dealing with a major expressway through the Midwest part of the country that runs through Chicago, through Indiana. So we're going to be driving this today. I'm going to talk about some of the hazards, some of the things you need to do to help you become safe out here. We want to look left or right as we cross one of the major areas to avoid getting hit and come across this thoroughfare. We have a yellow light. We don't want to speed up and run it, because if you speed up and run it, you're going to speed up and get hit. We always want to turn into the nearest lane. If I'm making a right turn at the light, which is on my right, I'll be in the right side. If I'm just making my left turn to continue, and I could turn on red if I wanted to, I'm going to look up and check. There's no sense in going because there's just so many cars. So in some cases, you want to wait. And waiting gives you patience. Waiting allows you to have, look at that freaking micro car. Never driving one of those because you will be dead. You want to have a larger vehicle. If you're waiting, you are strategizing. You are being patient. You are avoiding accidents. You got to remember, there are drivers out here who, good morning, E, how are you? Thank you for being here. It's really important that you are really prepared for getting on the road. And it's clear, and then I'm going to go ahead and go. So in some states, you can turn on red. In some states, you cannot. It depends on where you live, the intersections that you're at, right? Exactly. Picking up. New spot today. Well, congratulations on moving to that new spot. That's always wonderful. It's always kind of stressful. E, if I was there, I would help you move and get you where you need to go, because that's what friends do. You get a chance to find out who your real friends are, because, you know, it's hard to move when you're by yourself, and it's hard to drive sometimes when you're by yourself because you have the changing light conditions, such as this light right now, right? And then, of course, you got to get a moving truck, or you're going to have your friends help you, and that's serious too. So yes, there's always money involved. So I'm trying to adjust my speed to the pace because the energy is picking up. And eventually I do have to get over to the right. So I'm going to go ahead and change lanes before the intersection. That was a bad habit I used to have. Now I'm trying to change the bad habit. We all have bad habits. No one is perfect. So I'm going to back off so I can see, and people will suddenly stop at Tim Hortons, at Starbucks. So we have to be ready for those panic stops. We got to be ready to handle unusual situations, car breakdown, animals in the road, right? And yes, I was up late and you were up, well, you were up earlier than me. I got up at about 5 a.m. to mentally prepare, pregame. Okay, luckily I don't have to put gas in the car. Luckily I'm leaving on time, because if you stay up late, you're gonna get up late and you're not gonna get the sleep you need. So we wanna have good sleep. Yes, isn't it beautiful? I'm watching the sun come up too, and it's one of the blessed things. You're so right. And I want all of you to be blessed when you learn how to drive, and I wanna give you the best value you can get and really teach you. So this is a beautiful morning. We hopefully will be able to get out and make some safe maneuvers. So this is the ramp. Expressways have a limited access to get on, a limited access to get off. Signs are very important. Do not enter, wrong way. Now we're up to speed now. In some states or provinces, if you cross the white line, you will get a ticket. We're gonna merge right out, get that speed up to about 70, push that gas, and we're out about 70 miles an hour in the first lane. Whew. We're in this lane. I'm trying to settle down and see what the flow of the traffic is doing. This is so true. And you've got to pay attention to signs. And speaking of signs, look at the pavement markings. We have a white line on the right. This tells us we're driving on the right. We're in North America. Then I'm going to get over one lane and get in the middle lane. This is the middle magic lane. Looks like they were thinking of it too. And I'm going to back off my gas because we're losing speed. Because just like in New York or Detroit or Miami or Los Angeles or Dallas, Texas, these are huge metropolitan cities and they have a lot of people. So you got to readjust. If we were out in Wyoming or North Dakota or Kansas, which I've been before, the vibe is different. I've been to Wichita. Yes, they do. They have those expressways to get people in the city, out of the city. They have expressway loops. Very good. So cars broken down over there, flat tire, and that's a reality. So we're at about 70. It's pretty smooth right now. The middle lane offers a little bit more safety. The left lane is the passing lane, but some people were criticizing yesterday because all three lanes are starting to get full. So you can drive in the left lane. Now, if you're passing cars in the left lane, you're good. But if you're just sitting there, you're bad. So let's talk about the left lane for a second. Let's get over. We're in the left lane now. Now, based on the rules in my location, you can drive in the left lane if you're passing traffic, if you're moving. We are passing traffic and moving. And that's fine, because if I get back to the middle lane, I'm going to be behind cars. So the left lane is traditionally for passing, but we're moving right along with traffic. We're not just sitting here. And then we're in the left lane because the yellow line to the left. And I want to make sure that I'm following the rules. I'm out of people's blind spots, because you got to check your mirrors. And if you don't check your mirrors, you're going to cut off someone. That happened to me in Ohio. I didn't look. I didn't check my blind spot. I almost was in an accident, and it would have been my fault. So this rush hour traffic, your heart pounding. You pray that your car's working good. People are moving 70, 75, 80, 85. You want to drive at a speed that's comfortable and safe for what you want. And safety is no accident. I know you're laughing at that, but we want to be safe. We want to get to our job, get to our home, get to our families, get to our loved ones safely. And we're moving along really nice. There's traffic in all lanes. I feel pretty safer. Out of 10, I'm about a 9. I want to not tailgate this Equinox. I'm checking my mirror. There's a Jeep behind me. I'm doing 70. I'm okay. And then I don't want to get over because of the semi truck. So we're okay. We're moving along nicely. And I don't want to tailgate. So if you're going to tailgate, then you're going to lose your space. Like now, you see what's happening? I want to back off. And then we readjusted the following distance. It's 3 seconds minimum. I'm squeezing my brake early because I'm looking ahead, and now we're running out of space. And I'm using this car almost hit me from behind. I try to give people time to stop. I don't want to get my car smashed because insurance costs are very high. And even if it's not your accident, thank you for the thumbs up. Even if it's not your accident or your fault, the insurance companies will raise your rates, because what is the goal of the insurance company? To make money. And very rarely do they give you a discount unless there's a class action lawsuit, because insurance companies do overcharge from time to time. If you live in New York or Detroit or Atlanta, Georgia, or Los Angeles, California, or Florida, because of the car thefts, because of people driving illegally, the insurance companies will recoup costs and pass it on to their customers, such as me. We're back up to 60. The speed limit is 70. This is correct. I'm at about 70 right now. The lanes are full. I'm going to keep moving through, passing cars, following the letter of the law. I'm lifting my foot again because I don't want to tailgate, because people will panic stop, and then we're going to have a multiple car collision. Let's talk about driving on curves. I'm going into the apex of the curve really smooth and easy. I'm taking my time. Yes, that is correct. And when you take your time, you can be a ninja. You can examine what cars are doing. You can apply safe driving practices, because we all want to be safe out here. I don't think people intentionally want to have accidents. If you think differently, or someone else thinks differently, let me know. I think people aren't paying attention. They're distracted. They're in a hurry. And leave early. Get your rest. If you're rushing, cutting lanes, being a erratic lane changer, you're going to have accidents. Now our speed's back up. Now we're passing cars. That's the way it's supposed to be. But a lot of drivers sit in the left lane holding up the flow of the traffic. We're back up to about 70, 75, which is good, but there are brake lights. And now I gotta get on those brakes a little harder than I like. And I don't want to get rear-ended, so. And there's a car from Texas. If you're not analyzing your driving environment, you're in the white. The white means you're not aware of your environment. You're a beginning driver. You need to be in the yellow. Yellow is caution. Yellow is not anxiety. That car's from Texas. And speaking of Texas, I'll be there on Tuesday for a great conference, and I'll be bringing that to you. So I'm keeping space, being real easy on the brakes. Thank you for the thumbs up. And I'm watching for people who are going to cut me off. They always do. And I don't want to slam in and hit someone. And I think having that defensive driving mindset, that's what's going to keep you safe. Good morning, Devin. How you doing? Welcome aboard. Glad you're here. We're driving in this I-94 traffic. We got Devin. We got E. We're just connecting, building those relationships, getting out here in traffic. And it's fun. You can tell by my voice. It's dangerous. It's exciting. I'm an adrenaline junkie. And sometimes you have to be like that. You got to be able to merge. You got to be that morning person. And all summer long, I think getting up an hour early, getting yourself mentally ready, you don't get as, I want to say, irritated. Drivers who don't use blinkers, like this black Jeep. Drivers who aggressively tailgate. Drivers who make erratic lane changes. So I'm in my element. You need to be in your environment. And most of you do drive like this. Some of you do not. Some of you are more aggressive. Some of you are less aggressive. I'm in the middle. If it's clear, I'm going faster. If it's slower, I'm keeping my space. Like I'm deliberately keeping more space. I don't want to tailgate this Jeep. It's okay that I'm in the left lane. There's traffic. No one's behind me by 8 or 9 cars. New York is a different animal, E. I have been there a few times. We had a cab. I didn't really get a car. I've been there through a tournament. But that's, you know more than me, E. I don't know about that driving environment. Upstate, I know it's a whole new animal, and you got the junior license. Here where we are, most young adults can get their license 16 and a half or 17, but a lot of young adults are waiting till they're 18, 19, 20, 25. People don't want to drive, E. They don't, post-COVID. Okay? I have some people from New York that I talk to, got that junior license. I'm not clocking people's TE, because I know you'll clock my T if I say something wrong. It depends on the person. In New York, you have to have great parking skills. You have to. If you can't park in New York, forget it. Right? DC, New Jersey, huge areas too. I'm gonna go ahead and get over. I'm gonna get over to the middle lane. I'm trying to be a good driver, let traffic go by. The New York, DC area, huge metropolitan areas. We went to Houston, Texas, huge areas of people walking everywhere. The signs and signals, but you'll be surprised that a lot of people can't read signs and signals. It's true, okay? And even more today, with people coming from different countries, no hate. I'm not against that. If you contribute, you help communities, come in, help. Okay, we're a multicultural area, and you're in New York, so I know there are different cultures and nationalities and languages and food and clothing and music, and that's beautiful, okay? Really, we're all going at the same speed, the right lane, the middle lane, and the left lane. And this is a smaller expressway. New York, Texas, Florida, Kansas, huge expressways. And then some areas of Texas, they have very bad multi-car collisions. Why? Because I read about these things and I want to become educated. So when I come on and educate all of you, I want to know what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm going to get over one lane to the right, which I normally don't want to do because you're going to get cut off. You're going to be dealing with slow drivers merging out, but you want to get over to your exit early. And that's most important. Get over to your exit early. Stay smooth in your lane and just take your time. We're really only 5 miles an hour slower. You can see the car passing me in the middle lane. And then you can see the car in the left lane passing me. They're about 5 to 7 faster than me. So it's about 5 difference. Use your blinker, let people know what you're doing. If you enjoyed this, if you're learning something, and this is bringing you value, and we avoided an accident, you need to be subscribing to the channel. You need to be smashing that bell notification. I'm taking you through the I-94 corridor. We have people from New York, New Jersey, California coming in. Thank you, E. And I really appreciate you. Smash that bell notification. Nothing but love. And we will be going live later. And then Tuesday morning, I'll be on a plane going to Vegas, then going into Texas, and we'll video that too and talk. So I will talk to you later, guys. Subscribe to the channel, smash that bell notification. Bye.